Well, hope you had a good weekend and didn't get into too much trouble. Welcome to episode 2 of How to Get Work Globally with No Previous Skills. Today we're going to be talking about drywalling. So if you're somebody out there looking for work as a drywaller's helper, what I'd recommend you do is make a video CV. And to do that, what you got to ask yourself is, what does an employer want to know before they hire somebody with little or no experience? And in my opinion, what they're going to want to know is, are you reliable? Will you respect the danger on site? Will you respect the people you're working with? Will you respect the tools and their value you're using? Are you physically fit enough for the job? And will you have a willingness to learn every day? So if you can tick all of those boxes with your video CV, you're going to be good to go. Now, I've made a video CV template that you can download for free and use as a guideline for making your video. The link is in the description. And I'll go over that video CV template at the end of this video. Basically, the whole plan here is for you to get a friend to record you making your video CV of you introducing yourself as somebody looking for work, as a drywaller's helper, talking a little bit about yourself and then demonstrating your ability to use the basic tools safely by doing a small little task that I'm going to show you now. So let's go back to the shed here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Cheers. Right, so if you're somebody out there looking for work as a drywaller's helper and you're able to measure, cut and install drywall even onto a small scale wall like this, you're going to be showing your employer that you have what it takes, and that with a little help from them you're going to be a huge benefit to their company. So today I'm going to show you how to measure, cut and install drywall onto this small scale wall here. And for you to do this, you're going to have to buy some material. So you're going to need some drywall. I have a 8 foot by 4 foot sheet here. If you don't have a van or a truck, I guess you can get smaller, maybe 4 foot by 2 foot pieces. That'll do fine. Then you're going to need to build this stud, small wall here. So I just got one length of 4 by 2, 16 feet. I cut it in half, so that'll do the two horizontals here, and then I cut the other half into 4 pieces. Yep. So then you're going to have to put just a back in here for a socket box, and you're going to need a socket. You don't need this back piece here. I just have that on, so you can't see the bottle of whiskey behind it in the background. Right, so that's what you're going to need for material, and then tools you're going to be needing is a knife, chalk line, I don't know what this is called, a slab saw, pencil, a screw drill. They'll use a different screw drill. It's for drywall, but I'm guessing you won't have one of those, so just an ordinary screw drill will do, and just a few screws. I don't have the proper screws, any screws at all will do. If you have proper drywall screws, use them, they'll be better. And then a straight edge, I'm just going to use a level. And that's it, I think. And I would advise learning how to use all these tools properly in more detail on YouTube. You just type into the search bar how to use a drill for beginners, or how to use how to cut drywall for beginners, how to use a chalk line for beginners, etc. So the guys on there are much better at teaching you in more detail than I am. So I'm just going to give you the overall plan here of how to get work in drywalling, and then it's up to yourself how much work you want to put into, the video, see your own video CV yourself. In my opinion, just learn how to use all these, get as much information as you can, learn how to use them all as best you can, and it'll make your video CV, it'll make you look more professional on your video CV, the better you can use these tools. So that's it. Okay, so let's get into cutting some drywall first. So I tried to do this video and talk at the same time, but that didn't work because I kept forgetting what to say. And I nearly cut my finger with a knife trying to swat a frickin' fly. So I've decided to do a voiceover instead, on the practical parts of my videos until I get better at talking properly. So basically the moral of the story here is to build a small stud wall, then measure and cut 3 pieces of drywall and install it onto it, while cutting out a socket box on the center piece. And by doing this, you're showing your employer that with a little help from them, you have what it takes to be a huge benefit to their company. So the first method for cutting the drywall here is just with a knife and a measuring tape. This is a little tricky, so I highly recommend you look it up first on YouTube before you try it, because you only have 4 or 5 fingers. There's lots of tutorials on YouTube on how to cut drywall for beginners, so follow their advice. And if you find this method too hard to do, just use a chalk line, straight edge, or T-square to mark the drywall instead. Now I'm just going to add some music here to the rest of the task video, and then at the end of that I'll run through the DIY template with you. So that's the end of the task video. Now let's run through this video CV template. Okay, so the plan here is to use this template to create a short video CV of you filming yourself, showing you can work safely, use the basic tools, showing you're physically fit for the job, and you have the right mindset. Then send your video CV to job ads, local contractors, expat groups, Facebook pages, LinkedIn, anywhere else you want to work, at home or abroad. In my opinion, this is one of the best ways to get work with little or no experience in the trade. What you'll need is a phone or a camera. You need a friend to do the recording for you. If you don't have one of them, I mean, buy a tripod, it'll do the same thing, hold the camera for you. A small table or workbench area, basic tools and materials for the trade, and time on YouTube to learn how to use the basic tools safely. Then your introduction is going to be who you are, what you want, your name, where you're based. You're looking for work as a helper. You don't have, if that's the case, you don't have any experience yet, but you're reliable, physically fit, and eager to learn. Your mindset is what you bring. I'll always show up on time. I'll respect the people I work with, the tools I use, and I'll take safety very seriously. And then fitness-wise, you know, in my opinion, you need to be comfortable, be able to lift 25 kgs, you know, for, I don't know, 50 yards or whatever, 50 meters, yards, wherever you're from. And do 10 push-ups, pull-ups, 20 push-ups, and 30 bodyweight squats. And that should prove your fitness. And then the tools you're going to be shown to use is going to be on the task video that you're recording. That's going to show you using the basic tools safely. It's your task demo. And in your closing is you're going to be asking for opportunity in your own way. Just use this as a guideline. You're going to probably do it much better than me. As I said, I was useless at everything in school, so you're probably better at doing all these words better than me. So then, you know, thanks for watching. I'm ready to work, willing to learn, and I'll be a great asset to your team. You can reach me, put in your details, and your filming tips is speak clearly, use good lighting, keep the camera steady, wear work clothes and the safety gear, unlike me, and definitely do not have a beer. You know, just you common sense. Don't look like what I do. And smile and make good eye contact and keep it as short as possible. And again, like on YouTube, if you type in the search bar on YouTube how to do an online video CV, you'll see lots of tips of how to put this stuff together. This is just, again, a guideline. And that is that. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Mind yourself. Cheers.